Oh, Gen Z is aging like milk.
Everybody's talking about how Gen Z is aging like a pack of saltine crackers.
Yes, driver just dropped off my package and I went out to sign for it. And he told me that I look good for my age. I don't know what that is supposed to mean because I'm 23.
I just want to know who lied to millennials. Who lied and said that millennials look younger than Gen Z?
I was humbled so quick tonight. I was on live with my boyfriend and someone was like, how old's your girlfriend? And John jokingly responds 47. And the girl comments, oh, I thought she was early 30s.
What is up, you guys? It is Nisha Nichelle and welcome back to my channel. As you can tell by the title, today we're going to be talking about Gen Z aging fast. Some people are saying that we're aging faster than milk, which is so unserious to me. Like, aging faster than milk spoils within what, a month, 2-3 weeks? I don't know, I don't buy milk. Anyways, that's crazy. There's been a lot of discourse online between millennials and Gen Zers. Millennials basically calling out the Gen Zers, saying that we look older than them. All of this discourse pretty much came from a famous TikToker. His name is Jordan the Stallion, and I will insert his video now.
Apparently, Gen Z is like aging really rapidly.
It is mainly because of the stress. Come here. We live in a time nowadays where millennials look way younger for their age, while Gen Z looks way older for their age. If you don't believe me, I'm Gen Z.
Okay.
Get closer. I am Gen Z and nobody ever believes me. When my mom and I walk out in public, people think that my mom is my younger sister.
I would have never thought that he was Gen Z, just to be honest. In the video, he states that he's 26 years old, which is really crazy to me. I thought he was at least mid-30s, but heck, some people look older than others. He even had a run-in with The Rock where he asked The Rock to sign an autograph for him. He said, hey, can you please sign this? It's for Jordan. The Rock signed it, hey, Jordan, your dad's a great man, or something of that sort. He got it back and was like, wow, I really look older. That is where this whole discourse online has come from the past few days, stating that Gen Z is aging very quickly, very rapidly. I know I've seen the Sephora kids using Drunk Elephant, retinol, stuff like that for their skin, and it's really not needed. And that's kind of young Gen Z, older Gen Alpha, but still, it still plays a part in the conversation. So today we're going to talk about why the internet thinks that Gen Z is aging so rapidly. As you all know, we do have a verse of the day. So our verse of the day is from Romans 8:28. It states, and we know that for those who love God, all things work together for good, for those who are called according to his purpose. Period. Now let's get right into the video. My personal opinion on the topic is that Gen Z is not really aging faster than millennials or than any other previous generation before us. I think a lot of different things play a part in the internet thinking that we're aging faster. I myself am Gen Z. I am 23. I will be 24 this year. I'm usually the age of the year. So I feel like I have a deeper insight as to why people might think that we are aging faster because I am living in it. I think one of the main things with our generation is stress. I feel like we do go through a lot more stress than previous generations go through. A lot of us are very aware when it comes to mental health. We place big emphasis on going to therapy, and I feel like no other generation has placed as much emphasis on therapy as we have. So I feel like we are very stressed as the generation, especially with everything that's going on in the world. There's constantly school shootings, social media plays a part, people dying every day. Not only the fact that people are dying every day, but I feel like we're more exposed to it than other generations, which can cause us to be more stressed because we have to see it through things like social media. We see different body types, different influencers on social media, so we feel like we want to look older like them. I mean, I feel like wanting to look older than your age is not anything new. Since Gen Z is so heavy on social media, we see it and we want to imitate it immediately. And so I think the thing is that we don't necessarily look older. Like I said before, there are outliers, but we don't necessarily look older. It's that we're seeing all of this stuff from our favorite people, the Kim Kardashians, the Ariana Grandes, Rihanna's. We're seeing all of these people and we think so highly of them, so we want to be like them and we want to imitate and do what they are doing, which is causing us to present ourselves as older. And I also feel like it's not necessarily that we look older, we feel like we're getting older quicker, and that might have something to do with COVID. I mean, the world was shut down for what, 2 years, 2.5 years or so. That took a lot of our lifetime. I mean, 2 years is a lot. For younger Gen Z, it was during their primary years, their middle school years, and for older Gen Z, it took away some of their 20s. And so I feel like the oldest Gen Z is probably like 27, 28, maybe 26, and the youngest Gen Z is probably like maybe 13, 14, I'm not sure. We feel like we have to play catch up. We're not only making ourselves look older to play catch up, but we are thinking that we're failing so quickly, so we're wanting to be older and do things that older people do because we have to catch up from those 2 years that we lost. And as I was stating earlier in the video, there are certain things that Gen Z does that does play a factor into aging more quickly. So stress was the first one. I feel like vaping, our generation vapes a lot. A lot of people I know have and use vapes, and that ages you very, very quickly. Alcohol ages you very quickly. Not saying that we use alcohol more than other generations, but alcohol added on to the fact that we like to vape is a problem. There are increasing rates of insomnia. For some reason, we can't go to sleep. I myself have a hard time going to sleep. Even if I take a sleep aid, I still have a hard time going to sleep. Like last night, I think I was up till about 5 a.m. and that is just ridiculous because girl, I need my sleep. All of those things play a part, adding on to the fact that our food today is way more processed than past generations. And I know millennials, they were really into health and wellness, and I feel like we are too, but we're really into, like I said, mental health and wellness. So we're not placing as much emphasis on getting up out the bed and going to the gym and making sure we go to sleep on time. We also are very lonely as a generation. All of our interactions are on social media. The radiation from the phone can even cause aging. Like, there's so many things that play a part in us aging quicker than previous generations, but I generally also feel like we do look our age. Like, I might look a little older. I have on makeup, I dress more mature, I guess you could say, for my age, but I feel like generally when we look at somebody in Gen Z, we can tell, you know, what age range they are in. And so I really feel like this whole conversation is just a little dead and people on the internet are just a little bored. Of course, I wanted to give y'all my take on things. It's a lot of certain things that play a part in us aging quicker than previous generations. Another thing I wanted to talk about is kind of Gen Z's fear of aging. Aging is a privilege, and a lot of people don't look at it like that. They look at it like, oh, I'm getting old, you know, what am I gonna do? Like I said earlier in the video, I haven't done everything that I wanted to do by this age. I thought I would be further in life. Social media does play a part in that because we are chronically online. We're always scrolling, we're always seeing what other people our age are accomplishing, and we want the same things for ourselves. Previous generations, they couldn't see that. They didn't have the internet, they didn't have cell phones. I read an article, the author of the article stated that he didn't get his first cell phone until he was 25. I'm 23 and I've had a cell phone since I was in 5th grade. That also plays a part in other generations feeling like we're aging more rapidly than they have. I just don't feel like it's mainly the appearance. I feel like it's more of a mindset thing when it comes to us versus other generations. We are not able to be as stable as previous generations have because of inflation. We are at the age that our parents were at, and we're looking at what they've accomplished, and we're just not able to do it. It's not feasible for us because they bought a house for 2 handshakes and a pot of berries, and we're looking at a house being $500,000. And we done went through college and we done went through all of this and we still ain't get no house. So I feel like that also plays a part in the aging conversation overall.
Hey guys, it's Editor Me popping in here. I feel like I'm kind of getting a little off topic here, but I just kind of wanted to clarify why I'm speaking on stability in Gen Z versus previous generations. I feel like our parents at our age or our grandparents, they had a higher chance of being able to be stable at the age that we're at. When my mom was 23, she had her own house. I'm in my bedroom in my mama's house. And so I just feel like it causes us, I won't even say other generations, but it causes us as Gen Z to sometimes feel like we are a failure and we're aging so quickly and we are accomplishing nothing. And even with other generations, like I've had older people tell me like, why ain't you bought a house yet? When you gonna get your first apartment? And it's like, do you understand what we're going through? And on top of all of that, guess what? It causes more stress, more feelings of I'm not doing enough and all of that. So I feel like I was getting a little bit off topic of like the main topic of aging like milk or whatever, but it still plays a part in the overall conversation of us feeling like we are aging quickly. If you are Gen Z and you feel that way, or if other generations may feel that way about Gen Z. So I just want to clarify that.
Other generations just had things a bit easier than we have it when it comes to social media, inflation, stability, things of that sort. And so we're feeling like we're having to play catch up, which can appear in other ways, whether it be appearance, whether it be mindsets, mental health, therapy.
As a generation, we are so gung-ho about therapy and about mental health and wellness. What I was saying here is pretty much I feel like that ages us too, because our parents at this age didn't even know what a therapist was. because, like, let's talk about it. I know people that are my mom's age that didn't go to therapy until they were in like their late 30s, mid 30s, and they were like, oh, maybe I do have some childhood trauma, maybe I do need a little help. And so the fact that we are our age and we are noticing all of this stuff, it kind of ages us mentally. And that's not a bad thing. That's actually good that each generation is getting better and that we're able to go ahead and get on top of things before they really, you know, make its head.
I also feel like Gen Z's fear of aging comes from not being the new kids on the block. So Gen Alpha is the newest generation. They are what we used to be, y'all. Like, they're in middle school, they're in high school, they're living their lives, and we are not that anymore. From my experience, most of Gen Z, especially that I interact with, we're in our 20s. And so we're not the new kids on the block. We don't always know the latest trends. We don't always know the latest songs. And I feel like me, myself, personally, I'm very up to date. Period. But some stuff maybe my little brother does. He's one of the last Gen Zers. I feel like maybe some of the stuff that he does I'm not as hip to as I would have been if I were a little bit younger. But we have other responsibilities at this point in life. We're trying to make it, we're trying to be successful, and the pressure of social media and being chronically online can really get to us when it comes to trying to be successful, trying to make things work, trying to be stable, and just not being able to do that. I feel like we age ourselves to try to accomplish all of those things when that's really not gonna happen. We just have to let things happen at their own pace and at God's pace is pretty much what it boils down to. And there's been a lot of discourse online about baby talks.
What?
Marking for baby talks.
We're doing so much to ourselves to try to make us not age, but we're actually aging ourselves anyway. Baby talks, people using retinol on their skincare routines, like, keep it simple. Like, they say all of this stuff is preventative, but of course they're gonna say that because they want you to buy it. The people who give you injections on your face, they want to give you those injections. They want you to spend your money. The skincare people, they want you to spend your money on these products with retinol and products that help with anti-aging because they want you to spend your money on it. But all in all, I really don't think that we are aging any faster than any other generation. Like I said, I feel like vaping plays a part. Insomnia, stress levels of this generation, being on social media so heavily. We're seeing our childhood stars growing up. Selena Gomez, the Raven Simones, the Demi Lovatos. We're seeing them grow up, and I feel like we're almost scared to grow up. Like I said, it's a privilege. Inflation do need to go down so we could, like, live a little, you know. And like I previously stated, we do have outliers, and we do have people that are going to look older, and we're going to have people that look younger than their age, and that's with any generation as a whole. I think both generations really do look their age. I think we just all need to understand in every generation that aging is a privilege. Everybody doesn't get to wake up another day. Everybody doesn't get to see another day. The fact that we're still here is great. It's a privilege. The fact that we can even have this conversation today is a privilege, and I feel like Gen Z needs to understand that a little bit more, and millennials do too. Like, it's no reason that the oldest millennial is going at the younger Gen Z and saying that you look younger than them, because that's just simply not true.
Millennials look younger than who? You. I haven't even washed my face because I overslept.
Okay.
That's just not true. Gen Z is gonna age like a glass of fine wine. I really think this whole conversation is very heady, it's very unserious, it's very unnecessary, but you know your girl gonna put her 2 cents in regardless. I don't think this conversation needs to be a thing anymore. I think after this video that I post, you know, we could just go ahead and close it up. I just wanted to come on here and talk about my views on Gen Z aging, especially versus other generations, the baby boomers, the Gen Xers, the millennials. I think we look better than all of them. Maybe I shouldn't say that. That might negate everything I just said in the whole video. I think we look better than them. Anyways, I do want to know what you guys think on the topic of aging. Feel free to leave your comments down below in the comment section. If you like this video, consider subscribing to my channel and joining the crew and making it do what it do. Period. Turn on your post notifications. I will have more commentary content coming soon, all 2024. Stay blessed and not stressed, and I will see you guys in the next video. Adios muchachas. Bye.